Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that's currently in theaters. And the film I'm referring to is the 2025 movie Sinners, directed and written by Ryan Coogler. So I'm just going to start off by saying whether or not I'm referring to horror or any other type, this is now my favorite film of 2025. So here's the story for this one. We have our main character of Sammy, who is a preacher's son. Now, he has two twin cousins known as Smoke and Stack, the Moore brothers. Now, the Moore twins, they have decided to open up a juke joint where they can have people come, dance, party, drink, and just have a great time. Now, Sammy wants to become a famous musician and is going to perform at their club that evening. So, throughout the day, the three of them are going around town notifying everyone to come and join them for the party. And of course, figuring out where they're going to get all the other entertainers, where they're going to get the alcohol, and everything else to get the party set up. So at first, everything seems to fall into place. They're getting all the stuff they needed, all of the people are invited, and of course, once night hits, the music is bumping and everyone's dancing and having a great time. Now, this is definitely the type of party where white folk are not necessarily invited. However, though, a man named Remick and some of his associates do end up showing up to come and party. Now, they of course get turned away because this is a very awkward situation, which is about to get even more awkward as we find out that Remick and his friends are vampires. So, the rest of this film is all about the people within the club trying to keep the vampires out and, of course, not falling for their deceptions. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love this movie. This is such a fun, entertaining, and fascinating story, and it's very action packed as well. I will say this though, it is a very slow burn at first. The first half of the movie, or even maybe even a little more than that, it really just felt like a period piece film. And it's not that that was boring, but it takes a little bit to get into. The story is still good. But once we get to the actual point of dealing with vampires and all that stuff, it becomes an adrenaline fueled, exciting movie. This really did feel like What If From Dusk Till Dawn was in the 1930s. There really wasn't anything bad for this film. I love the atmosphere, setting, and feel because it really did feel like that time period. The characters are so much fun. You really get some connection to most of them, and even the ones that there's not much of a connection to, you also don't want them to end up dying. One of my other favorite parts about this film is definitely the vampires. The way that they looked, acted. There's more I can say about it, but I don't want to spoil anything. I'll just say this. They make some different, interesting choices with their vampires, and I liked the choices that they made. One of my absolutely favorite parts of this movie, though, is the music. The score is fantastic. It's not a musical, but there are musical moments within the film, and each one just feels so good and just like pulls you in. There's one scene where they're doing music, almost like generational music from different time periods. And I just felt the music through my body, and it really, really just connected in a way that I was not expecting it to. So, like I said, it's not a musical, but there are so many great music moments that it does get your foot tapping or humming along or just kind of enjoying the actual moment. So for me on my scale, I am giving Sinners a 5 out of 5. I can't speak highly enough about it. Absolutely go and see this in theaters while you can. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews. And if there's any other films coming to theaters that you think I should watch and do a review for, please mention them in the comments.